Oh, the Monterey thing?
Yeah.
Well, it's not, okay, yeah, well, let's just close.
Yeah.
Well, cancel this. That's a good question.
I want it.
You want it? Let's see. Let's just hide Safari a second here. This is the Lone Cypress, Monterey Bay. And interestingly enough, this is a totally different tangent. Oh, so the question was, since you didn't have the microphone, sorry, was where I got this image. When Monterey was shipped, unlike previous California location code-named operating systems like Big Sur and Catalina and what was it, Mojave before that and whatever, every one of them has had a photographic image that went along with it to show the location. And then I think it was with Big Sur, they started adding graphic representations as well. But when you go to System Preferences and you go to Desktop and Screensaver, the only one for Monterey was this purple graphic-y looking thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's supposed to represent the trench underwater. It goes out from Monterey Bay, and it goes, I don't know how deep it is, one of those big, deep sea trenches. But they didn't give a photographic version. So there were some Apple geeks who took it upon themselves to go out and take pictures and find just the right photograph of Monterey Bay, and so they came up with this picture of the Lone Cypress. And there's a website. I found it. Let's go back to Safari here. I found it. See if I can type one-handed. There's a website that I look at frequently. It's called 512pixels.net. It's a guy called Stephen Hackett, it's his blog, and he was a former Apple genius. He worked for Apple, and now he and another friend of his run the Relay FM podcasting network, but he is also a vintage Apple hardware collector. And he has a number of posts and things about, different things having to do with Apple hardware and software. But there was a link here that I found. I'll have to search for it. Where he linked to these guys that went out and took these photographs so that they could have a Monterey desktop photo. Here it is, an actual Monterey desktop photo. So he made a post about how these guys did this, and then there's just a link, and I followed the link. And there's a story here about how they did it, and then here's the photograph. And you can download a static wallpaper, which is just, I think it's sometime in the early morning in terms of the lighting. But you can see how this changes. One of the things that the Apple desktop can do now is be dynamic with whatever the time of day is at your current location. So the picture of the Monterey Bay, you can have it change over the course of the day from sunrise to sunset. And there's a special way of installing it, but this dynamic wallpaper is the button to download that. And I can add all this information to the show notes when I send it to Jim, but
What's the site to get the picture?
the site to get the picture is Vincher, VYNCHER.com. ER.com/macOS-Monterey. And I think these are the same guys that went out and they also tried to reproduce all the other ones that Apple had done previously. They tried to find the exact spots where Apple had taken the photographs for the previous locations, photos that they make. So I downloaded the dynamic wallpaper version 1. I actually downloaded both, but then I installed it and that's what I have on my desktop now. So this is what it looks like in Monterey on the day they took the pictures at about 10 o'clock in the morning. Any others? Okay, that's the end of my tip.